Hey, let's take a look and see how we can create a cartoon palm tree here in ZBrush. To get started, I'm going to go to Initialize. I'm going to find Q Grid, and I'm going to set it to 1 by 1 by 1. Click on Q Grid. So I'm going to get something like this. I'm going to grab my move, hold down the Shift key, and just rotate this 90 degrees. Snap to the top view. I'm going to jump out of the perspective view, switch to my zModeler brush, and let's turn this into the leaf for the palm tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the polyframe so I can see my topology. Press spacebar hovering over this edge. I am in Edge Actions. I'm going to go to Extrude. My target is going to be Edge, and I'm going to literally just start pulling this out. And as I pull these out, take a look. I have my active symmetry turned on, which is really interesting because now I can control the width of what I'm pulling out. So I'm going to do something like this here. I can continue doing it. I'm going to do a little more like this. And essentially what I want to do is create something that looks like a palm tree leaf. So maybe here I can start getting it a little bit skinnier. I'm going to actually drag it to the middle until it snaps, and take a look. Now I have this sharp corner, and let's go ahead and grab our move. And for these here, I'm just going to literally pull them in. Now let's add a couple cuts into our leaf. I'm going to hover over this edge, press spacebar. Let me go to Insert, and I'll do, let's just do a single edge loop. That's fine. I'm just going to add one right here, add one right here, and I want them to be somewhat random, so they don't need to be exactly the same width. Next, I'm going to switch to my move brush, make my brush a little bit smaller. I'm going to literally take these and just pull them in, creating this effect that looks like there's going to be a little bit of a cut into the leaf. And maybe I could do the same thing up here as well, so I just have two. All right, so I think this looks good. Let's go ahead and give it some thickness. I'm going to go to zModeler once again, hover over this polygon, press spacebar. Let me go to Extrude. I'll do all polygons and literally pull this out to give me some thickness. I'm going to jump out of the polyframe, and to add some bending, I'm going to go to Move, click on the gear icon, and just do a bend curve. Take this dot right here and just kind of pull it up. And as I'm pulling it out, you can see it's actually creating a little bit of a twist, which I like. I think this is going to be great to add just a little bit something as far as the organic feel for the palm tree. If this is going to be the center, I definitely want one of these leaves to come down, way down, right? So something like that I think is pretty good. Let's go ahead and go to the top view, and let me make more of them. So I'm going to go to the gear icon, say accept. I'm going to go ahead and unlock my pivot, put it right here. Then just go to my subtool, click duplicate, and literally just move it aside. And I'll just continue doing that until I have a few of them. All right, so let's do the rest. I'm going to take one of these lost leaves. I'm going to duplicate it, go back to initialize, and let me just do a Q cylinder on Y, and I'll just set it to something like 4 by 4 by 4. All right, let's go ahead and take the cylinder, move it down, make it a little bit larger. This is going to be the body of our palm tree. And here's an important tip. If I move this off center and I want this to be perfectly in the center, in ZBrush, how would you put this back in the center? Well, to do that, all you have to do is just go to Geometry, find something called Position, and in Position you have X, Y, and Z. If I just simply set this to 0 by 0 by 0 and press Enter, you can see that my cylinder will snap to the center of the world, which now means I can recenter my pivot, and voila, I just fixed my issue very quickly. Next, I'm going to come here, click on the gear icon, go to Taper. I'm going to take the bottom of it and just do something like this. All right, I'm going to say accept. I'm going to go back to the gear icon, and this time I'm going to click on Bevel, grab this orange one, and let me add a little bit of a bevel, go back to the gear, say accept. I'm going to snap to the side, move it down, hold down the Control key, and just pull this up, and then release the control and continue pulling up all the way up as high as I want. All right, and here we are. Take a look. We have two cute little cartoon palm trees in ZBrush as a low poly asset.